Peter Sandyman joins us for your Theatre Thursday. In fact, look at that. That is completely and utterly by chance. The script and superheroes. We all want to be superheroes, or at least rescued by one. Hey, Peter. Well, if the real life doesn't provide for you, then allow musical theatre to fill those gaps. And a couple of local fellows, James Sidgwick and Rob Sanders, took it upon themselves to write and produce that musical. And I'm pleased to say they're both joining us now. Hello, chaps. How are you?
Hello.
Are you well?
Very
Superheroes by the script. Isn't that amazing?
Yeah. We've done a script about superheroes.
It's incredible.
I can't believe it.
You've written music as well. Sounds a bit like this. Here we go. Put your headphones on if you want to hear it on the radio.
Cairo in España. Can't imagine anything nicer, can ya?
It'll be so hot I'll have to fan ya when we retire in España.
I'll eat some tapas, then go bullfighting, then dance flamenco with Ricky Martin.
Our life will be one big vacation. We can find a timeshare on relocation.
El Retiro in España. Leave behind stinky Britannia.
You'll look so good with us on Tanya. El Retiro in España.
It's good, lads. It's good. All right, not reinforces any stereotypes whatsoever about the Spanish language.
It's not a particularly superhero one, is it?
So James and Rob are, well, you're amateurs, and I don't mean that in any sense of a negative way. Well, so that's not pejoratory. That's the truth. This isn't what you do for a job, but that sounds fantastic. Tell us about yourselves first before we talk about the musical.
Well, so we're both from LIDOS, which is a Leeds-based amateur operatics group, and I'm actually an accountant by day, but by night.
But you take the glasses off.
Yeah, put the calculator down and come and do this on an evening. And it's just been sort of a dream, sort of both of ours separately, to write a musical. So when we met and talked about it, we decided let's collaborate, and then LIDOS gave us the opportunity to produce it that we'd been looking for.
What is LIDOS?
LIDOS is the Leeds Insurance Dramatic and Operatic Society. So it's one of the many operatic societies in Leeds producing theatre at the Carriageworks.
So Rob, this is something which has been a long-held dream for yours, then, is it?
It is for me, yeah. I mean, I went to Leeds College of Music and did a degree in music. And then and I studied composition, and I've been working when I was at university with LIDOS, which is where I met James, and it just so happened that I've always wanted to write the music to a musical but never had the ideas for the script and things like that, and James had the ideas for the script but wasn't so sure on the music, and it just really just so happened that it happened that way.
Was it just a weird coincidence you both wanted to do something on superheroes, or was that kind of a common ground you both
that was my idea that I had. So when Rob and I were talking about maybe writing a musical, it was just that I had this sort of superhero idea, and that's where it went from. But no, it's good fun. Everyone likes superheroes.
Yeah, we have.
Everybody likes superheroes. So what's the story then? What's the premise of it?
Okay, so the sort of traditional superhero cartoon landscape is sort of the backdrop for what's actually the storyline, which is more of a kind of buddy comedy, really, between a normal guy that's not a superhero or doesn't have superpowers and sort of the worst superhero in town, and the two of them end up sort of forming this partnership to sort of save the day and prove that you don't need superpowers to be a hero.
Nice.
Which is one of the songs.
Which is one of the songs, yeah. It's the message of the show.
I gather you've seen a few adverts of this around, Rob, and it's kind of been weird to see your dream there in a very tangible, real place.
It's crazy, yeah. Just walking around the city and then up on the drums and stuff, seeing a big poster with our names on it and stuff. It's makes it very real.
And are you starring in Supertown?
I'll be playing piano.
You'll be playing the piano.
band.
Are you in it at all then?
No, I'm just sitting in the audience getting stressed out.
What's it like, though, to be able to, to be a bit of a theatre impresario? I don't imagine it's an easy thing when you are writing it, producing it, and working at the same time as well. Has this kind of just consumed your lives?
Oh, absolutely, yeah, absolutely. I mean, well, when we were working on it, writing it, Rob was actually overseas on his cruise ship where he works for a lot of it, so we wrote a lot of it apart from each other, sort of just sending stuff backwards and forwards. But yeah, certainly it's been one of those things where there's been sort of no free evenings. You come home from work and just sit and do Supertown stuff, and then
It was a very Supertown Christmas for us, wasn't it?
very, very, yeah.
Dominated.
November to February was.
Do you dress up when you do it? You
We
put
wear
your
a full costume. No, we don't.
wear like your undercrackers on the outside of your jeans and things
No,
like
but
that.
it's not a bad
No,
idea
maybe
to get
we
into
should,
character.
yeah.
Yeah.
Just thinking like method acting
maybe the
and
demos
method
would
role
come
play.
out
Yeah.
even better if we'd done that.
Yeah, maybe.
So where's this going to be performed, and how will people see it?
So it's at the Carriageworks Theatre in Leeds, which is Millennium Square, and it's on from the 17th to the Saturday, the 20th of September.
21st.
The 21st, is it?
The 20th.
The 20th.
Does it say 20th?
Wednesday the 17th to Saturday the 20th.
I do
These
apologise.
people, these have written it, Peter. Don't just sit there and say
It's
shit.
come through on the press release.
Oh, you've
Look, it
got-
says there, look.
who's in charge of press?
Oh,
Who's
well,
been doing the
they'll
press
be
out of you
shocked.
two?
Well, I will. I'll have a word with him.
Oh, it's not gone well, that has it?
I will
Well, maybe
ring
that's
him
in
after
case
the
it
programme.
goes. Maybe that's in case it gets such a rapturous
Well, this is it.
Well,
we
no,
can
maybe we need
response that they want an extra day.
but just to clarify then, so it's the Wednesday the 17th to the Saturday the 20th.
Yeah, just
You
to be super
very clear.
super clear on that.
And have you done any test runs of this? Then you must have tried it out a fair few times.
Well,
Has anybody watched it yet?
Well, we've been rehearsing since. We did Susical with LIDOS in June.
I've got to say, that was brilliant.
What's Susical?
I came to
Hang
see
on,
that.
what's Susical?
Susical was a musical based on the books of Dr. Seuss.
Oh, great.
And so we did that in June, and then we finished that on the Saturday in mid-June, 14th, I think. And then we were rehearsing on the 17th for Supertown. So that's when our first rehearsal was. And last Sunday, we did our first full run of the show. And yeah, it seemed to go okay.
Just go all right.
Yeah,
There's
very
certainly
promising,
things.
yeah.
There's certainly things we can work on for the next 2 weeks, but I think it'll be certainly ready by the time we get to the stage.
I hope so. Are you looking forward to the first day or the last day the most?
I think.
Oh, good
Well, that's a
question.
hardcore.
Ooh,
I'm
yeah.
very nervous about the first day, but I think.
I'm dreading the last day though, because like, what we're going to do
Then
with
what?
our lives after that.
They will have no purpose whatsoever.
I know, yeah.
You realise that?
We'll have to start another one.
Start another one. That's it. Supertown 2. Well, listen, lads, that sounds fantastic. Good luck with it as well. And I think it's a testament as well to people like yourselves who work and have normal jobs and do all this in their extra time as well because you're so passionate about it. And that's kind of what keeps, I know, most sort of theatrical events going is people doing this out of the love of it and for nothing else. So well done to you.
Johnny,
Thank
just remember this date, because you're probably sat
With
with
it,
a
yeah.
young Andrew Lloyd Webber and Tim Rice.
Who's who?
So
Tim Rice.
Who's Elton John?
Booking lyrics, and
I'm doing the music, yeah.
Rob's doing the music.
Okay, so you're Elton John then.
Yeah.
Well,
James is
I suppose so.
the biggest compliment you could get. Chaps, really nice to meet you both, and thank you very much for being here
Thanks
as
for
well.
having us on.
Yeah, thank you so much.
That is James Sidgwick, and you also have Rob Sanders there, the men behind Supertown on BBC Radio Leeds.